Okay, so we're going to load code.org, and we're going to do this. I think we're going to do this an old school way. So we're going to go navigate from the CREA-TECH website. I think the easier way might be to do it like this and just retype everything again. Old web lab. It's going to load whatever project you worked on last. I don't like that it does that, but that's how it works when you click on try it out. Okay. It's going to open up. I wonder if you can do that. Hold on. Let me see. Old web lab and new project. No. So you have to go, you do have to click try it out. Okay. So try it out, and you're going to go ahead and click on the teal bar up here, new project. And notice now you have access to, I like to call it the OG web lab. So you have the newer web lab, new, which is this like light purple version, and this OG version, which is teal. Okay, so I'm gonna always recall this the OG version. I'm gonna click on the OG to open a brand new screen. Okay, it's blank. We're gonna call this, rename, we're gonna redo a project that we've already done real quick. OG, hello, my last name, and I'm going to put a T. You're going to put whatever class period you're in. So either 7 or 8. And then between here, the body tags, I need that code from our Hello World web lab. So the easiest way for you to probably get the code, I had in class everybody copy it from their new web lab, which kind of was confusing. So the easiest way to get that code, I believe, is if you go back on our slide deck, and I think we did it link to coding, hello world. So you have this link to the HTML, and you're going to copy it. So right here on that document, it was day. On the agenda slide, I went to day. Can't get it to open again because my computer's stalling. I'll tell you what day it is in a second. But you're going to copy this code. Maybe. It's day 5. Okay, perfect. Day 5. Now I can't get back to that. You're going to copy all of that code into your document. So Control A, copy, and then I'm going to delete this right here. Control A, delete, and paste. Okay, that gives me everything I need. And I'm going to hit save. Okay, perfect. Once I have the HTML in the OG version, I'm going to click remix because we're going to work on the CSS version. Okay, so remix, leave. Same. Okay, save and refresh. Now I have a remix version. It should say remix OG hello Watts and my class period. And then I'm going to go to the style document, and this is where we're going to start our CSS coding. I'm going to delete everything that code.org gave me. And now we're going to start our CSS coding. I'm going to start this with my very first selector, which means I'm typing the word body. I'm going to open braces, which is right next to your P key, shift and the key next to P, enter to separate them. So when I look at what I have on my screen, on line 1 alone, I have this selector called body with an open braces. On line 3, I have the closed brace by itself. Very important in CSS that we set our lines up just like this. Selector by itself with the open brace, closed brace is on a line by itself. This allows us to see where one section starts and where it stops clearly. In between those braces, I'm going to type the properties that I want. So the first property, background. Notice predictive text makes it really easy not to spell words wrong. Click on background, and then I'm going to use a hex code for the color, hashtag 00818, and the letter F. Notice this is a hex code. It's one way that we make color, a variety of numbers and letters, 6 of them. And then I end every line in CSS with a semicolon. Okay. I'm going to hit enter after line 3 to get to the next one. So notice I can clearly see where body starts and where body stops. Now I'm going to type my next selector. I want the H1 from my coding. Enter. Okay. Again, set up the same way. Color, I can use the predictive text. This time I'm going to use a word, red, and a semicolon. Then I'm going to move down and type font dash size. Notice when I hyphenate a word, the reason is because it's 2 words in this property. If I didn't hyphenate it, my computer would read font and it would read the word size. I want my computer to read font size. Okay, so I have to hyphenate and link them together. 100, and we're going to measure that in px, which stands for pixels. You could also do pc, which is picas. That's much, much bigger. You can also do percent, which is much smaller. Okay, we're going to do pixels. Enter. We're going to do one more, text align, predictive text, center, predictive text, semicolon to end the line, save and refresh just to save and refresh it out. Now you can see if you open up your website that the H1, Hello World, is centered, it's red, and it's 100 pixels big. Moving down to line 9. We're going to do one more selector today, H2, open braces, enter, color, predictive text, using a hashtag, hex code, DB, for the start of our hex code, 748E, semicolon, makes a pink color. Enter, font size. Again, if anything is not working or the wrong color, you most likely either spelled something wrong or forgot a semicolon. You need to get in the habit of proofreading and checking everything you type to make sure, do I have semicolons on every line? Are things spelled right and punctuated right? You'll lose points on the final project if I have to come over to your screen and correct those kind of things. So get into the habit of checking your own work. Background, selected. And again, if you use the predictive text, you shouldn't even have to worry about spelling. Enter, text align, and to the right. Choose right, semicolon. Okay, so now if I were to look at my H2, save and refresh, on the website, I can see that it is a white background, it is pink text, it is 75 pixels wide, and it is pushed to the right as a text align. Everything that I told it to do right here. And that is where we stopped. So this is the intro to our CSS with our Hello World project.